All right, everybody, this is Dane Gentry, and this is Storytime Unfiltered. We're back again for another episode. Today, I got my special guest, Mr. Allen, on here. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Doing great.
So, he's one of us. He's an addict who's overcome the addiction, and we're going to talk about that and talk about his life. So, where'd you grow up at, man?
I'm from a little town in southeastern Ohio called Marietta, Ohio.
Okay.
Parkersburg, West Virginia area.
That's what's up. All right. So, how was your childhood, man? Was both your parents around?
My parents were addicts, so my grandparents raised me.
Okay.
And they were addicts as well.
Gotcha.
Freaking.
Oh, no kidding.
A whole family.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
So, how was your childhood?
Generational, broken home, bounced around. I got locked up a couple times real young.
Yeah.
I faced large charges. I got 3 felonies when I was 15. I've been on my own since I was like 15, give or take.
Okay.
I got 5 to 7 years when I was 15 for growing pot, and it was a long road, man. Freaking, they was going to give me juvenile life, and I got out early.
Wow. Juvenile time is a lot of times is harder than adult time. Juveniles are wild, man.
It really opened my eyes up to a whole nother world. From a small town, you know what I mean?
Right.
They sent me to Cleveland, and didn't take me very long. I got used to that life. Stayed there for a long time, man. I spent a good 10, 12 years in active addiction since I was about 13.
Right.
Around here, it's pretty normal.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
So you saw, as a child, I'm just guessing here, so you saw drugs and that type of life ever since you was little?
Yeah. And if not, it was like hidden from me until my eyes opened up. Alcoholism,
right.
Drugs. Around here, that's usually what takes most people. We're the opioid epidemic.
Small towns, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is that part of Appalachia?
Yeah.
Where you're at?
Right on the foothills.
Okay.
Freaking.
Gotcha. I understand now.
Parkersburg's about 10 minutes away. Yeah. You know where that is?
No, I'm not really familiar, man, with that area too much, man. I just know, I mean, everybody knows Appalachia, but I know that the opioid addiction come through there very rampant and ruined a lot of them towns. I know that.
My dad's,
that's for sure.
My dad, my grandparents, all were opioid addicts since the 70s or 80s, man. It's been pretty, I think for me, watching that growing up is why, you know what I mean? It opened my eyes to know that there was a difference. It became really sad for my generation. We was at the tail end of the pain pill epidemic. So I had, you know what I mean,
right.
Seen prescriptions and stuff like that. But when that other stuff came around, it was a whole nother ball game. It really dropped a lot of people around here.
So where did you start? What did you start getting high on first? Smoking weed, drinking, or what?
Yeah, it's like everybody else. Drinking, smoking, pills. I was prescribed Adderall, like 10 years old, and it didn't last very long. That led me to other speeds, and I started doing actual meth at like 13 or 14. A lot of shake and bake around here.
Wow.
I'm used to talking to it about in my meetings and stuff. I go to meetings about every other day these days. I'm a Mr. Mom today. I have my son, and I never could imagine my life today, man. Not whatsoever. Or the things that I would have seen. I was just dumb, lost kid, and I grew up real quick. 3 years ago, the 7th, I woke up in the ICU paralyzed. And
oh wow!
I had a bad overdose. They brought me back 3 or 4 times. I woke up on a Narcan dripper and frozen, stiff as a board. I had like out of body experiences, and it really opened my eyes to a higher power. Of course, that's what most people say.
Right.
It's hard to explain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was never expecting, you know what I mean, to to get that far lost, especially after I had children. My son, he's
Right.
6 today, and he could never imagine the way I used to live.
Right.
Do you have any
How
children?
long you been sober now? I've got one, man. I've only got one.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he's 20. He's 28 years old. He's a grown man. I got 2 grandchildren, 2 little boys.
Today's my birthday. I turned 28 today, actually.
Happy birthday, buddy.
I never, you know what I mean? Yeah, just kind of life, kind of normal today, especially this area.
Yeah. You said something about shake and bake. I never saw or never done any of the original meth. All I ever done was the ice. I was in prison during that whole craze of the meth and shake and bake days and all that. So I was in prison the first time from 1998 to 2009. So I missed all the Oxycontin and all that stuff, and the pill mills, all that. I missed all that. I was already gone way before that. And so, which I'm glad I didn't ever do none of the original meth. I might not ever come back from it, but
yeah, that's usually how it went. My dad, he always wore the aluminum foil hats around the house, and it destroyed a lot of family members. You remind me of my uncle so much, man. He did a lot of time in prison, and it honestly took his life from him, man. I buried him 5 or 6 years ago from it.
Wow.
He only lived to be 49.
I'm 50. I've made it to 50 so far.
Yeah, like same accent, same everything, man.
Wow.
It's kind of, you never know, man. Cherish every day, that's for sure.
Yeah, we have to do that, man. Every day is a blessing. When you live the lives that we lived, we can look at it and say that now. What made you, what clicked in your mind and said, man, I've had enough. I'm done.
Well, waking up paralyzed, I suppose, that time. Before all that, I had overdoses before, been locked up, thought it was normal. And, well, after that, I had something click in me, especially for my children, my son.
Yeah.
I've had him basically ever since. His mom's an addict too. So I figured if I didn't do it, nobody else would, man. Nobody was going to come save me. He's either going to be alone in a cell somewhere in a bag. And
how much time you done?
A couple years. When I was a juvenile, mostly though, I got locked up so many times. It's just here and there.
Yeah.
Probably 2.5 years or so as a kid, give or take.
Yeah. So as an adult, you hadn't done a lot of time?
No, I was pretty good at staying underneath the radar. I always worked and stuff. I was more of a closet addict. Really good at hiding it for a long, long time, man. And the new stuff, there's no hiding that stuff from you, man.
No.
No. It makes people lose their minds, or living in my car and stuff. And yeah, it was a doozy. I lost my family, my home, everything long before I woke up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what we do. We lose everything. Some of us are lucky enough to get it back, and some of us are not. You know?
Most of us don't. Either they don't make it or they lose their mind, and it's really sad. I have a couple siblings. They're completely gone, man. Lost their children, lost everything. And
they're still living that life?
Yeah, yep. Freaking prison, or completely in psychosis. It's horrible around here, man. It's the system, I think, profits from our misery. So it's upon ourselves to, you know what I mean, do change. And I lost my nieces, my nephews, all kinds of stuff, man. It took a long way.
What about your parents and grandparents? They still living?
No, my grandparents, that didn't last them very long. They died young. My other grandpa, he died from alcoholic dementia. He was an Army Ranger, Vietnam.
Wow.
So I had some good, somewhat people that could hold it down, but they still, you know what I mean, did their best.
Yeah.
I was lucky and fortunate enough to have a huge family. So somebody was around to take care of me, even if they weren't the best person. They tried.
Right.
That's all that really matters, is to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They tried.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had great grandparents and stuff, and pretty much my whole family's full of trauma, man. My dad was an orphan. My grandparents were orphans. Like, I'm the first one
Wow.
to actually break the cycle. So
No
the
kidding.
bigger picture, basically, man. I come from the coal miners and
Yeah.
stuff. Huge families.
Okay.
And, yeah, there's nothing else here to do. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. I was going to ask you if they worked in the coal mines. I kind of figured they did just from the area. I kind of figured
yeah,
everybody
back
did.
in the day when there was some around this area, that been at least a
Yeah.
generation ago. Most of them moved to Ohio to better their lives, and that lasted for a little while, but not very. You know what I mean? Not today.
Yeah.
We just
How long you been sober?
3 years to 7th, man.
Congratulations, man.
Just
That's
the
awesome.
longest I've ever had. I did it a couple times, and I never stuck with it, and I never had a higher power until today. I feel like
That's
the
right.
problems that I dealt with, you had to have a higher power.
You got to have, I said this on a podcast just last night. I said, we can read any book we want to read. We can work any program we want to work. But if we don't have that higher power, man, who I choose to call God,
Yeah,
then it's just not going to work, man. He's there for that reason. He's there for us to lean on in them times that we're weak. And we're weak when it comes to that stuff. Let's just be real. I think I'm this big, tough, strong man, but I let a little chemical rule my life for many years. It took most of my life away. I'm 50, and prison alone, I've been in prison 21 years, and that's just prison. That ain't counting jails and rehabs and all the halfway houses. And, you start adding it all together, man, we're looking at almost 30 years
yeah,
of wasted life, man, period. Got no accomplishments, man. Like I said, I got one son and two grandchildren, and the relationship between me and him it's not great. We talk and we message. I haven't saw him since he was 5 months old. He lives in Texas, but I'm going to, the day's going to come.
that's all that matters, right,
Baby
brother?
steps.
Fucking,
That's it. He was tired. I got out of prison. I went in, I got locked up when he was 3 weeks old, man. And I get out, he's 12, the first time. And what happens? What do? I get right back on dope and go right back to the penitentiary. Get out and go back to the penitentiary again. Get out and go back to the penitentiary again. So what is that showing him? That's showing him I'm a failure. And so he has to see success. And he's seeing it now, and we're coming a long ways. And that's why I tell people, don't ever give up, man. You don't never know what may happen. You straighten your life out, anything's possible.
that's 100% facts, man. Growing up as a kid, I watched my dad and my uncles all disappear for years at a time. And I lost my uncle for 8 years the last time, about like what you were saying. And I feel like
Yeah.
he was trying to make up for lost time. He literally came and picked me up from DOS when I was a kid. Fucking
Right.
3.5 hours away drive, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
all about giving back to the next generation and to
That's
others,
right.
you know what I mean? That's basically what I'm doing today in recovery, and why I'm so open about, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
things. Because I just want to help the next man. I'm a miracle. I made it, man. Sometimes it's hard for me to see that, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But
Every time I look in the mirror,
yeah, man. It's
I try not to forget, man. I try not to forget that last detox I had where I thought, man,
man.
I'm not gonna make it through this. All the times I laid on them jail floors, man, so sick I couldn't even get up.
I was fortunate enough
Just
to fly underneath the radar a little bit better than most people, but still, it's still the same outcome, just different problems. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I like to think about like we're just another man's misfortunes, one man's um, outcome. You know what I mean? And
that's right.
at the end of the day, as long as
So what
at the end of the day,
do you work in recovery?
no, not at the moment, but I'm pretty dang close to it, man. I mean, basically, I'm just Mr. Mom. I go to a meeting about once a day, once every other day if I can. And I do a lot of speaking at the very hospital that saved my life. So as close as you can get without getting an actual paycheck.
Yeah, that's good.
Just doing it to make myself feel a little bit better. And
shit, go back to school, man. Get you a degree in counseling, man. Alcohol and drug counseling.
I've been debating on it, honestly. The system usually around here, it's more of open door policy. People will go back 20 times, 5 times or whatnot, and that's not for me. I'm just doing God's work, basically, man. Just trying to preach to others that need it. And essentially, I'm real bad about isolating myself sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm sure you know about it. And here where we live at, there's not a whole lot of resources anyway. So I try to just give back to the community as much as I can, whether it be by going around helping the neighborhood or even these meetings and stuff. This weekend we had several meetings because of Founders Day or whatnot. You know what I'm talking about. And it's the 91st anniversary of recovery. And it's only about an hour and a half away from here is where it was started. With Dr. Bob and them in Akron, Ohio. And
that's right.
I literally live on the same highway and everything. It's right here in my backyard.
That's what's up. And I love that story, man. If people don't know it, they need to check it out. Bill's story and the movie's awesome.
Yeah,
I saw it.
Have you seen the movie? I haven't yet to see the movie. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw it in rehab, man, a long time ago. I saw it a long time ago, the first time, and then I was in a treatment center. The first time I ever went to treatment, man, was in 2012. It was kind of a forced deal. I'd got in trouble or whatever.
That's not where I was at.
That movie, we watched that movie, and then I become like the mayor of the treatment center. You know, after so long, they vote somebody to be the mayor, and so on Sundays, that's what I would do. I'd make everybody watch that movie, and not make them, but you know that would be what I would put on. And I've watched it a bunch of times. And if you never saw it, you should check it out. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I've yet to see it.
How they met, man. You know, it was a divine thing, bro. You know, he just picks up the phone and calls Zero, because back then, you know, called the operator and said, I want to talk to an alcoholic, and they give him Bob's number.
Yeah.
And he just shows up. It's pretty cool, man. Out of that, what it's became. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big meeting guy.
I've gotten more into it than I ever have before. I never really was either.
It's just the only thing, and I'm not knocking it, I'm not knocking it. I don't want to discourage anyone or anything, but where I'm at today is I don't like sitting there calling myself that. I feel like this is just me. Again, I'm not trying to tell anybody else how to feel, but I feel like when we're recovered, we're not addicts no more until we pick up again, man. It's all about picking up. And I just don't want to like calling myself that every day. And that's just me.
Yeah.
Now it helps millions of people. Don't get me wrong. There's millions of people who stay sober every day because of it. And I'm grateful for that and thankful for that. It's just a choice that I choose, you know. I do different things. I love the book. I love the big book. Both of them. I love both of them. They both have so much knowledge in them. And it's a great program. It's helped millions of people when there wasn't nothing else that did help us.
Yeah. Honestly, the reason I like meetings is because there's so many extracurricular things. We do a lot of like picnics and a lot more friends and stuff. Today, there's a lot more my age and stuff. And when I first started coming a couple years ago, there was very few, you know what I mean, 25-year-olds or whatever. Now I'm getting close to 30. It's mostly.
You're still a young man.
I'm still one of the younger ones to be in this group. You know what I mean? Usually it's 40s and 50s. My dad, he's been sober for 6 years too, so he helped me.
Oh, that's what's up. Good deal, man.
He helped me get sober as well. Pretty much, yeah. It's and no two stories are the same, man. It's just a lot of similarities. And
so I didn't meet my dad till I was 40 years old, and when I met him, come to find out, he had been sober since 1985. He's a bad alcoholic.
Okay.
And he was big in recovery, and then I was out there still ripping and running, and decided just to drop in a meeting one time. Had no clue what meetings he goes to, and I walk in, there he is. And I was like, damn, that's kind of a divine thing. But him and I never built a relationship. More me. I didn't appreciate what he did to my mom and stuff, but now forgiveness is part of my life, and I forgive him for things, and he's passed on now. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, he was real big into it. He was huge into it. It saved his life.
It definitely saved quite a few people. I know it saved my life, man, without a doubt. I think it saved my dad's too. He went to
Yeah.
rehab and stuff, and, like a prison rehabilitation or whatever. And
Okay.
he found a higher power, and he told me for years, and I never listened, never believed him, and until you know what I mean. My experience. It's still
Yeah.
a lot of times people can hear and you know what I mean, see things, but it's still the experience. Um, the light, I suppose, as you can put it as, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
What you want to call it? What the hell was it? I still have,
Divine intervention.
yeah, divine intervention. Um,
Yeah.
a lot of us we get to the water, but we don't want to drink. And
That's
I'm
right.
currently dealing with my son's mother. She's still in addiction, and she's dealing with the effects of it. Right? She
Right.
caught 3 felonies last year and been fighting it.
Mm.
So she's probably going to face a severe sentence. And I don't know how to explain it to my son. So I just got to be the best father I can be.
And how old is he?
He's 6 years old almost.
Okay. All right.
I do know, like, I basically got to be straightforward with my son his whole life. You know what I mean? Because both of his parents are addicts like mine. It just makes it 4 times more likely, man. And
Yep.
it's a hell of a road. I wasn't ever expecting to be here today. That's how most of us get. And we just get kind of lost in the sauce, I guess you can say. And
Yeah, but see, the good thing is, man, you're sober. You're showing him, and as he gets older, he's going to understand as best as he can. Let's pray that he doesn't have the gene and it doesn't happen to him. But he's seeing a strong man, whether he realizes that right now or not, man. He's seeing a strong man at work in his life, man. And not just with you, but with his granddad too, with his dad. And when he gets older and can understand, what you two have overcome, that's going to show him, you know what I mean? Hey, that's not what I want. What I want is what my dad has shown me. My dad showed me he was there, because I'm going to be honest about it, man. At 28 years old, me, and if my old lady would have been an addict, I can't say I would have stopped for a child. I can't. I can probably say that I wouldn't have had it at that
I
time
didn't think I was
because I
going
just,
to until, you know what I mean? I basically, uh, I, I like had an angel standing over me, man, and it was crazy. Uh,
I believe it.
it's
I believe every word
it's
of it.
hard to explain it. She wasn't like your stereotypical angel, that's for sure. She was literally cussing me out and telling me I served the other team for too long if I didn't fight it and put the effort in like I used for addiction and to get high, that I wasn't ever going to make it anyway. I um I got
Wow.
a bad batch that time. It was only like $5 worth that killed me, man. Like honestly, they found me purple on the sidewalk. I was without oxygen for 20 or 30 minutes. I should be a vegetable this day, at least.
Wow.
If that's not a miracle, I don't know what is. It's really hard for me to even talk about it sometimes. I can still see and feel like everything I witnessed. Um, that I seen a lot of darkness in my addiction too, man. Like I lived in a
Yeah.
funeral home for like 5 or 6 years, and
Oh, wow.
I know of a lot of people that left the house in bags or in a coffin back in its funeral days. It was I think everything happens for a reason, and in my case, I always had something looking after me. I just didn't notice. He was always there.
That's
I
right.
just didn't notice. And when I finally, when my eyes
No, we
opened up, it was a whole nother life, man. It's literally like I woke up a different person a couple years ago. And
you did. You did wake up a different person. You know, you had that spirit upon you, man. You were different. That's what we become. We become a new creature, right? That's what the word tells us.
pretty much,
You know, old things are gone. Yeah.
um,
Old things are
I didn't
gone, you
have
know.
the cravings or nothing like I did before. And it was weird, man. It was like um, God wanted me to serve something else. That's basically what I've been doing
Yep.
ever since, man. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Did you ever have any
Yep.
experiences that just you couldn't explain, man? No matter how hard you
I've had a
tried.
few of them.
Yeah,
I've had a few of them,
that,
man.
that's
I had one that I had an experience that I don't remember, but I know I had an experience, if you get what I'm saying. For instance,
yeah.
this is what it was. So I'd been trying all day long to get some dope. This is what it was. And I was strung out bad at this time. Well, I finally get some dope about 7 o'clock. I give somebody some and then they leave. The last thing I remember was looking at my clock. I'm sitting in my truck at 7:30 in Nashville on Bell Road. I do some dope and I go out. Midnight, the police are beating on my truck windows, and I come to and I look at my clock and it's 12:01. The only thing I remember about the whole time was telling somebody, cut that light out.
Yeah.
Cut that light out. There was a bright light. That's the only thing I remember. But something went on during that time because ever since then I've had this fear of not being able to breathe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so something went on, and I feel like there was a divine intervention there that I just don't remember, but something happened. Something changed in me. I became a different person in a lot of ways, meaning, man, I was not a good person. You see the videos I make.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I was just a
I
horrible
was.
person, man.
I
I
know
was just,
completely, man. I was not a good person before you know what I mean?
no,
And I feel like that was why I had this experience, and that's why I get to share my experience today. Is you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because not all of us, man, get that chance to even, you know what I mean,
nope.
experience the
Today I
sunshine.
care about people today.
Yeah, me too. And at one point in time, man, I didn't care about nobody. Nobody cared about me. You know what I mean?
Nope,
And I was
nope.
really lucky I didn't end up in prison or I got away with so many things. It's not even funny, man. I just was really arrogant in my life. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
of which, I've done hypnosis regression therapy before. Sometimes our
Okay,
mind can't comprehend what we see. Okay, so we
right,
blank it out as a way of trauma. Okay, so like
all
if you
right.
can do that hypnosis thing I was telling you about, sometimes people can remember those memories, man. Honestly.
I might do it. You know, I'm gonna tell you something else I've been thinking about doing, man. I've been hearing more about it. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but it's called it's not ayahuasca. It's a psychedelic that they do, man, and it's supposed to it heals addiction, it heals all kind of different things. Man, the name of it's lost my you have to go to Mexico now, but they're trying to get it where you can do it in the United States of America.
IVMO DMT.
But no, it's like that, but it's man, not ayahuasca. It's a root. It's from a tree somewhere,
Iboga gang.
and you go in there.
Ibogaine.
Ibogaine. That's it.
Yeah.
Ibogaine, man. And if I ever get the opportunity, I'm probably going to do it.
I've heard of a
I was
lot of
going to do
people.
ayahuasca.
I've heard a lot of people doing those, man. They supposedly work. I've done,
They do.
yeah, I've taken different kinds of stuff like those, and they're good for everybody, you know what I mean? But only in
Yeah.
therapy sessions, per se, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't,
I'm hoping to get the opportunity to do it.
yeah, I
Um,
wouldn't mind trying that
but
sometime,
only
especially like, you know what I mean?
I've read into it, man. I've watched a lot about it, man. It helps people with all kind of stuff, not just addiction. You know, soldiers who are
Yeah,
PTSD and
yeah,
headaches, but it can also be a not so pleasant of an experience because you're going to remember things that we don't. What you were just talking about a while ago, what we don't remember. For instance, okay, when you go to treatment, first thing they tell you is you got some kind of trauma. Trauma is why you're getting high.
yeah,
No, man, in my mind, I got high because I liked it.
yeah.
I liked the way it made me
That's
feel.
just the way we're
You
thinking
know,
at the
that's
time.
why.
Yeah, yeah. once
Right.
we
And
get
there's
over
probably
that.
something else
Yeah.
there. Right. It shows you whatever it is that you need to deal with, and it does something. It zaps that part. You could go in there and be strung out on heroin, do this, and not have no withdrawal symptoms, no anything, man. That's why I feel, and it's natural, and it's from the earth. It's from God. You know what I mean? Everything is natural. I'm all about it.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm technically what they call Cali sober or whatever. I still smoke a little pot or whatnot here and there. I've been trying to slack off on
Yeah.
that myself. Um, I believe
I don't do anything, man.
I believe anything that's natural or whatnot's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? Versus,
Yeah, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't smoke just because I've got to where I didn't like the way it made me feel. I'm all about it. If it's helping you, I'm all about it. I'm not gonna lie. I know plenty of people, bro, who are super successful in life and they smoke plenty of weed. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it.
yeah,
I don't. But you know,
I've
you're gonna have these. If
I use it for PTSD basically. All I'm using it for
yeah,
anymore, and it's getting to the point where it's not nothing anymore. I don't really care about it. Kind of like where you're at, is just
yeah,
get kind of bored with it, and I have to smoke
yeah,
too much to get enough out of it anymore. I don't have enough time with my schedule and just life, so
yeah,
it's you know what I mean.
yeah.
With work today, I'm trying to get back out on the road and stuff again, and if I get a good job, I have to quit smoking anyhow. So it's another
Yeah.
thing.
What do you do for a living, or what are you trying to do for a living?
I pretty much did everything, man, underneath the sun. Hands on. I did auto body. I've did mechanics. I've did plumbing, air conditioning. Pretty much anything I can get that's a good job these days. I'll probably try and get my CDLs this time, or maybe try and enlist if the world don't go to shit. It's kind of crazy. I'm right at the age where,
Oh, you thinking about the military, huh?
yeah, honestly, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Um,
Nothing wrong with that,
a
man.
lot of my family, that's basically the route they went. I've got cousins all over the world right now. I'm It's kind of bored sitting here in Appalachia all the time, and
That's right.
yeah, get to see the world a little bit.
Shit, do it, man.
That's
Do
what
it.
I
Do
thought.
it too. What's your branch you thinking about?
The army, of course.
Okay.
I've got family did them all though, to be honest, but the army has so many different opportunities and stuff for it. So many benefits and stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. Just
Oh, I know. I know somebody very well that just got out of the Marines, man, and it's the smartest thing he ever done. I
yeah,
was so proud of this
they'll
dude.
pay for your
So
college,
proud of him, man.
everything. I've got friends that found
Everything.
recovery and they joined at 30 years old, man. So I
Yeah.
guess it's more common than I thought. And yeah, nothing better than
When I was 30,
traveling the world and getting paid to do it, right? You know what I mean?
no, when I was 33 years old, I was fixing out of prison the first time, and we were in war, and they were like, "You can enlist. You know, the Marines will take you." And for a brief second, man, I thought about it. I was like, because I was in great shape, dude. I could do 1,000 push-ups at this time.
Yeah,
And I mean, you
yeah.
can just imagine, you know how it is when you're in prison.
hmm
I was like, shoot, man, I'm all about it. And then somebody said to me, they said, yeah, I can see you now standing there letting some drill sergeant scream in your face and all that. And I was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't be too good about that.
It's no
And that's
different,
what talked me out
no
of it.
different than a CO, but it's all about
That's right. You know,
choices. You know what I mean? And just think,
yep,
man.
it is. I wished I would have done it.
Mhm.
If I could go back, I would have. If I could go back right now in my life, that's one thing I would do. I would have went to the service at 18 years
I
old.
would have too, honestly. That'd have been the smartest thing I ever did, man. But then again, I
Yep,
wouldn't have what I have today. Wouldn't have my home, and my son, my 3 cars in the driveway. None of that stuff, man. It's
that's right.
unbelievable. Um, really,
Well, it sounds to me, man, like you're doing pretty
I'm
good,
doing
man.
better than I ever have in my life, and more peaceful than I ever been. I'm sure you know all about that. Um,
I do. Ain't nothing like that peace, man. Nothing like it.
yeah, I mean, we all have rainy
And I
days.
work from home.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a great life, bro. I got a great life. You know what I do. I do social media and I do this, and now I'm getting into Audible books where I read books for a living.
That's awesome, man.
My voice.
Yeah.
My voice is taking me places, man. You know, people kept mentioning it to me. Said, "Man, you ought to try it." And you can make a real good living reading these books, man. I never would have thought it, but I'm talking like upwards of $150 an hour reading if you can land them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. There's always
So that's what I'm trying to do
there's
now.
always something new, man. It's all about choices and freaking all it takes is that first choice. Once you're on the path, man,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. And as long as you're proud of yourself, and you know what I mean, that's what really matters deep down. You know what I mean?
That's it. Our happiness is what we do. It's us. We do it. We can't let anyone out here in the world, can't let a woman know a job, none of that. We have to be happy on the inside, man, for what we're doing every day. And I wake up and I go to bed happy every single day. I refuse to let other things dictate my happiness. You know what I mean?
I have for the last couple years for sure, man. I've basically 180, 100%. How long have you been out now, man? Since 2000?
I've been out since 2020.
Okay.
2020.
Right.
Last time I've been in jail or anything was 2020.
Doing great then, man.
I got 20. No, I just lied to you, man. 2021. I did 90 days in 21.
Probation violation.
Yeah, parole violation. I had like 90 days left on it, and I went in there and killed that. And that's it. I've been out there since then. I haven't had a new charge since 2013.
Hell yeah, man. I know your stories. It's unbelievable that you're even free today, man.
Yeah,
it all depends on luck and the cards. Some of us don't get very good cards to begin with. We just deal with it.
Yeah. You know, man, I lost my mother in 2012, and talking about angels on your side. Ever since then, man, I've had an angel on my side. I promise you. It's one of them things you can't explain too. It's just things have a way of working out in my life, unlike anything I've ever saw, man. And I should have had 40 years. The last time I got in trouble, I should have had 40 years is what I should have got. But I ended up with a 12. And it was all divine intervention. They were set up on what they were going to do to me. They were going to career me out. And that was it. You know what I mean? I was going to get an 8 here, 18 over here, and a 12 over here. And it all got wrapped up into one 12-year sentence, man. And
that's definitely,
I'm a 25 time.
Definitely divine intervention, man. Here in Ohio.
Yeah, I've got 25 felonies, bro.
Here in Ohio, they would try and charge you with habitual offender after just a few of those.
That's what career means in Tennessee. Yeah. I got 12 felonies the first time. Got one while I was in prison, then got 12 felonies the second time. So I got 25 of them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, man. So, and I've walked down 2 12-year sentences and done most of all of them. I've done 11 years and 4 months on the first 12 and almost the same thing on the second 12. And that's inside prison time. Well, man, I want to say congratulations to you on your recovery, man. Tell your dad congratulations to him as well.
Hey, man.
Seems to me
we're all just one big family. Just brothers trying to show love. You know all about it.
That's it, man. Show others that we can do this, man. That's what I want people to get from these podcasts, man. I want people to hear. Because when we're living,
that's the first one
when we're living that life, bro. They're all right, man. You know, I enjoy them. I enjoy getting to meet new people and hear their stories and how they've overcome this stuff, man.
Me too, honestly.
Because it's not easy, man. You know, but if I can do it, and if you can do it, there ain't no reason why nobody else can do it, man.
Honestly, man. That's the part that drives me nuts so much about seeing others. Sometimes you got to know that not everybody gets recovery. It's kind of sad.
Nope. They end up in the ground. We lose people every day. Well, listen, man, it's been fun. I do appreciate you coming on, man. Well, we'll be praying for you. Stay in touch, man. You got me on Messenger, man. Anytime, just shoot me a message, man.
Will do, man.
And then sometime down the line, man, we'll do a follow-up episode in about a year. How about that?
That sounds cool, man. Yeah, I don't hurt my feelings.
All right, man.
It's good to meet you, man.
Keep in touch, man. Good meeting you, man. Keep in touch with me, bud.
Much love, bud. Keep doing what you do.
See you, bud. Love, bro.